Alright. I should see you now, Internet. Okay, there we go. Kind of broke everything for a second. Oh, hey, what's going on? Well, I really like X2. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my volume down here off. There we go. Well, I like X2 a lot. This is the one that I had the most. I had this one first. I only rented the other ones a lot. Oops. Keep setting my stuff up. Shoot, jump, dash, select. Done. Okay. I always have to change that. I have a slightly different setup than most people do. That's kind of funny, actually. I kind of keep getting a taste for, yeah, a taste for playing this, but I just been off for a couple days, so I've been unable to just do anything. Yeah, I still think, yes, he could have Mac here could have totally replaced Vile. They didn't need to bring back Vile. Vile was perfectly fine being dead. But they were hoping that Vile could be like a base or maybe even a Proto Man, because I know Zero's supposed to be Proto Man, but he's not really, because he's almost been strictly good. But I could have seen Vile being a Proto Man type of, yeah, fighting, but he might actually help defeat Sigma, because he wants to kill X and Zero, not Sigma. I think they totally could have easily decided to just put Mac in there just instead. Well, I don't think they've had too much in storyline. X1 and 2 had some story, but X3 is where they started trying to add like extra storyline, and then X4 they just exploded with story. Because X3 they had the videos for the PSX version, or was it Saturn or something? I don't know. But X3 they had the cutscene videos in one of the versions of it. So they were starting with storylines here, but X1 and 2 they just kind of world built rather than story built. It's a little bit of a different thing. Oh, that's probably what it was. Because it shortened it to probably MTG, and I probably just saw M and two other letters, and was like, and you know, G kind of looks like a C, so I was just like, oh, Mac, okay. I only watch the credits like once every like 20, 30 times I play this. I don't sit through the credits very often anymore. I've spent way too much time waiting through credits for Marvel movies that I don't have to sit through the credits I know there's nothing for. I'm trying to think, was that the bulldozery one with the, like, Yondu head fin? The MegaMan 7 first boss? Like, intro stage boss? That might be one of the, that might be 8 or something. Oh, it is? Okay. I remember it from one of them, but it might have been... But I thought it might have been actually 8 or something, or whatnot. Yeah, well, a lot of the first bosses in the X ones, well, X1 wasn't. Well, X2 and 3 had huge first bosses that looked like they were massive, but... Oh, I don't have air dash. They got video game weaknesses, so of course they die easy. Dun, 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 dun. No, still got hit, but oh, I missed that. I hate those tunnel armor robots. They always remind me of the tunnel armor boss from FF6 when you're doing the lock scenario near the beginning of the game. And if you get through the cave to Figaro, yeah, looks kind of like that. And you always got to pick up the thunder rod on the way so that you can use it there. So just murder that thing. Somewhere upstairs in that cave. Alright, let's do this one. What's max Parmesan? Mac and cheese? Yeah, that's a very pun-worthy joke. Oh. Ah. My shots are off completely. That one's almost in. Nope. But I'm too cool to look at explosions. No, he's together and disconnected at the same time. Ooh, 1. Mac and Cheetos. No. Whenever I go out for outside meals, I tend to just go for Chinese food. I'm just gonna deliver it actually, or go pick it up. I don't think I've been to Burger King in like a million years. I mean, hyperbolically a million years, but I haven't gone to very many fast food restaurants. I've gone to McDonald's a few times, but that's about it. That makes me think almost of like, fuck. It does sound disgusting, but it almost makes me think of like one of those like hors d'oeuvre style like cheese sticks where it's just melted cheese with some like crumble wrapped around it. I think those are disgusting too. The only thing I hate about this level is that I always do it first. I usually do it first. And I constantly want to air dash. I can't air dash till the second level. See, I can't air dash there. That was an air dash. I don't know, that mac and Cheetos thing is just making me really not feel well. I don't really like the cheese stick hors d'oeuvres either, so. And when I do eat mac and cheese, I keep it thin and eat it cold so it's not so sloppy. Don't like sloppy stuff. Like hot wings, I love dry hot wings. I really like hot wings, but it really bothers me, all that shit all over your hands. Really weird that way. And since I don't watch TV, I don't actually see ads for other places, so I sometimes forget that Burger King even exists. Burger King to me exists only as far as those really bad Burger King games that came out and people make fun of all the time on YouTube. I could technically say I forgot that Burger King actually makes food. Some people might argue that they still don't, but whatever. The unicorn frappuccino? What the fuck is a unicorn frappuccino? I'm just completely baffled by this unicorn frappuccino. What the hell is in it? Like glitter? I hear they invented edible glitter now, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they're probably just like, shit, our milk went sour. Let's just make these unique tasting drinks that use sour milk instead. I mean, sour milk's not terrible. I dislike it myself, but I have a very gray opinion about things like, about opinions. Sometimes I'll think someone's opinion is stupid and they're an idiot, but Oh, I touched it first try this time. I don't think I've ever gotten this first try. Okay, no, I've gotten it for first try a few times, but I don't think I've done it on stream at all. I think I've had a couple times where I had to jump down like 10 times and try it, and I was just like, oh. I get this so early all the time that I'm just so used to it that I almost take it for granted. Yeah, I'll just start right from the dash jump. Just do a standing leap, basically. Ah, fucking thing. I'm doing absolutely terrible today. It's too early. Will you give me something good? And that's not enough to survive a hit. Oh, fuck it. Who cares? I still got one life. If I have to refill my health... No, let's just use that up. Yeah, the main thing I get at McDonald's is chicken nuggets myself. I'm not a fan of most burgers from most places. Like a Big Mac, but... no. I'll stick to just ordering myself a single meal of Chinese food or something. Or a family feast and eat it for 3 days. I like to order meals for like 4 and then just eat Chinese food for like a week. Woo! Just had to be like, fuck it, I gotta just spam that out there. No fast, no fancy. For the most part, they do. The problem, their food's food. The problem is that it's not with. It's only partially with the quality of their actual food and ingredients and stuff. Most of the problem is that, and the employees are shit, and they treat their job like shit, and they don't care about anything. So you get a lot of sloppy shit, and it's basically looks like garbage, and sometimes it's undercooked or made properly, or like 6 weeks old. Basically, it's been sitting under the oven for like 2 hours because 600 people came in and ordered cheeseburgers all in a row. So they're like, oh shit, we better make up 10 cheeseburgers, and then nobody comes in for cheeseburgers, so they got 10 cheeseburgers sitting in the oven for like an hour before someone buys it. I understand how it happens, but it's just a artifact of the business. You gotta deal with that when it comes to the extreme fast food. Yeah, see, that would have been perfect too, because the level where you go fight Vile as well is all busted and broken, which would also be like, you beat Mac in the first level, but he's busted and broken now, so you fight him in a busted and broken level. It would have made perfect sense for Mac to have been there instead of Vile. 100%. It's just they wanted Vile to be a like memorable villain type of thing, but he wasn't, because they just forgot. They kept forgetting about him. And then they went on with that Axel guy, and that was kind of dumb. I wasn't a big fan of that. He was totally trying to just be base, but I don't think they did a good job. Well, he's like exactly the same as before. They didn't give him any type of upgrade at all. He's just stupid Vile again. I can't remember if I'm pretty sure his Sigma stage form in X1 had Spike Fist too, so he's like exactly the same fight. Oh wait, I should... Something I always skip. Some easy health. Yes, because I could totally see Vile backstabbing the bad guys to be the bigger bad guy. Though Zero's death and then Resurrection in X2 kind of negated anyone's caring about people actually dying, because he like completely was gone, and then he died again in 5, and then magically comes back in 6. I mean, that's why I've got 5 lives, or probably 1 right now. Yeah, I've got 1 life. That's why I've got an extra life. It's not some like quantum like reality shifting, making sure you're just always in the version of the world where you actually succeed. Kind of the... Oh, I thought I was gonna get screwed by that stupid supercharge. I'd like to be able to just turn off my advanced blast, because it fucking sucks in this game so badly. Oh, instant bite fight this time. Only got half an energy tank. This kid, I've only got half a life. Come on. Yeah, Bite's easy to get killed though as well. Because that gravity thing, if you don't dash, it can really fuck you up. I remember it was a long time, like, before I even knew that I can use drill even. I was, like, fucked on Bite for the longest time. He was really hard. I'm gonna just use this because I'm gonna do something stupid right now and probably get hit. Yep. I never really quite understood because for the longest time, just because it pushed you away from the wall, but so it wasn't sucking you towards it, it was pushing it away from you? Are you being pushed away from it maybe? Not just the wall? Or maybe canonly. No, I didn't, because I haven't actually read anything in this game since I was a kid, actually. I mean, I think I've read it a few times, but Duke's up! Duke's up! Of course. Oh, screw you. I'm supposed to just jump down like that. How can this great power can be generated from within an ancient machine? I'm trying to look at that and trying to like reason it out to maybe it's just missing punctuation, but no, it's just wrong. Oops, jumped the first one this for some stupid reason. Stupid freeze. I bet I didn't even get any health to restore. Third one. Piss. Facing the wrong way. Zero? What's Zero Project? Nah, facing the wrong way. I've only just bothered looking at hacked ROMs because I don't know, maybe 3 months ago was the first time I've ever had a controller for my computer that works. So I've never really played much in the way of controller-like games. kind of into like the later, like X5 and 6. How it was a vaguely slightly different story. Beetle, that's what I was doing. I was like, what am I doing? I don't want to do catfish right now. I mean, I could, but it's not what I wanted to do. I needed to do Hornet before I do catfish. It minimizes my return visits. Ah, stupid limit to shots and remaining for a long time. Bidoo. Bidoo. It'd be interesting if I managed to get bit and bite like back to back on level 3 and 4. Yeah, they completely missed out on trying to throw Rush in here somehow. Oh. Yeah, that would be dope too. There's like no like actual functional reason in the actual weapon or anything, but it's just because cats and dogs, that's it. I mean, well, I thought I was out of thing. I was worried for a second there. I was like, oh no, I think I used all the shit out of my ice. I always gotta start that thing up down there though, because every once in a while I've fallen and I just like Super Metroid retard out and just can't recover my wall climb. I just fall to the ground. Come on, up, there we go. Oops. Ba-da-ba, ba-da, da, 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 da. Whoopsie. I wish I could get the double dash right off the bat, but I'm also really used to the extra shielding from the chest piece. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking wheel gator. Gators probably eat all time. There's all sorts of freshwater crabs in rivers and stuff sometimes. So, and there's saltwater here. Actually, I don't know if gators are can go saltwater. Pretty sure either one of gators or crocs doesn't do saltwater. Or there just isn't any in saltwater, but I don't know, maybe it's the other way, and one of them's just not in freshwater, but I don't know. I don't pay attention to alligators too much because I have no fear of them, so I'm just like, alligators, whatever, they're somewhere, not here. I got through the little thing that's really annoying until you beat Hornet. I hate those stupid mortar shots they have. Oh, you hit me. Give me life. And it's like, I'm pretty sure there's a life over there too, isn't there? Or energy. No, I didn't. I don't think I knew that. Oh. See, I've gone up to that ride armor pad like once or twice, practically ever. So I've never been. So I've never known about Vile being up there, or one of his houses being there. Timed all my charges decently that time and had no greens or pinks. Or bubbles, or whatever it is. Ice makes it easier to just run through the game because you can just restore your health at any point. I love that. And I guess I do have, oh, I got all my energy tanks filled too. So I got that as well. But ice is easier to switch to. And just go shotgun something. Yeah, a quarter of a lemon is no damage at all. I don't really even remember Tornado Fang. I barely like. I think Bite. I think it's like a utility. Mind you, it does sit there and drill on it, and you can't get 3, but it's kind of bothersome. It's boring, it's slow, it doesn't do anything. Yeah. It's a utility item. There's always one of a couple of the just pure utility things. Such as the super version of the this. I wouldn't be surprised if regular enemies, the oh, I got bees. Oh, that's probably why I never knew about it. Because I've only played the Super NES version. I mean, I've seen all the videos online that they added into it, but I've never played on anything but the Super NES. It'd be like 10,000 times easier with emulators nowadays, but I was always like, I don't have a PlayStation right now. I have a Super Nintendo. I'll get X6, X3. X6 was the one that I almost never played. Well, because they probably because they wanted to make it so that there was a nice even half the levels, 4 levels. They like their 4s, 2s. Nope, ignore that one. I'll take that 1 hit point back. Oh, I completely despawned the elevator. The crawfish one is the insane one. See, this place is totally set to be for a defeated robot. Oh yeah. I am full tanked. I really like mashing. I like those enemies just because they're fun to just run up and just Actually, something else that I was planning to play too is the some of the Super Metroid hacks, like Hyper Metroid and Super Metroid Fusion. I mean, not Fusion, Phazon. I think Project Base was the other one that I was looking at. There's another one like Frostbite or something to do with frost or ice. Ice metal? I don't know, I just wanted to do something that was ridiculously hard, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this rotation out, because I figured it was just insane. Kinda was. Though, it was insane in a very fun way that I've played it many times since. Oops. Keep ghetto jumping over him. At least I didn't fuck up this time. Yeah, that was one of the cooler looking ride armors. Oh, that was a fucking crazy lucky shot that just happened to line up. There's absolutely no way that I did that on purpose. But ice amused me, I guess, for a moment. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could just do that in Crawfish, because he's like right next door. I think I've done that once or twice, but I'm so used to just going through it without the elevator, without the electricity, now that I just forget what it's like to ride the elevator almost. Alright, now for the thing that I keep just fucking up a lot lately. I'm getting this damn heart piece. Heart tank. Alright, didn't kill myself this time. No, I did not know that one. I don't think I've gone to all the levels and checked them out. I've mostly just played this same route over and over and over and over again. I mean, I should be completely bored of this, but I just not. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of things that are have various effects, various changes. I only remember there was something to do with Sting Chameleon in X1. I can't remember if his level changed if you beat someone else, or if someone else's level changes because you beat him. But oh, bite fight already. It's not very often that bite comes before the last two. Whoa! I timed my one jump terribly. Yes. And he's just winding up this huge shot and then smokes someone, they could just fly into space. Just ping. One thing I don't think I'd ever put down, though, is a little bit of camp. Dun, 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 dun. That's another little challenge I have. Try to get the energy tank without getting any of the other drops. And that shot usually lasts through that one side crawler. It's one of my few deboost tactics that I have. I don't have very many deboost strats, but that's one of them. Or at least strat that I legit use. Damn, no dukes up. Both times sliding along the sky rail. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I think maybe Bite can't show up before 4 are beaten. Because I know Bite can show up on the 3rd level. I mean, Bit can show up on the 3rd level. But I've never had Bite show up on the 4th level. I know that. I know he's come really early a bunch of times, but he's never come on the 4th level. I don't think Bit can come after on like the 6th and 7th. Bit might be restricted to like a 3rd to 6th, and if you like get to the 6th, you're getting him no matter what. Just a guarantee. Kind of like getting Bite on 8. They probably have some sort of overlap though in their drop rates or spawn rates. No, I should have gone to Beetle and grabbed that heart tank. Whatever. I think they wanted to use them again, but then they were just like, you know, I think we need to redo. I think they wanted to remake them, and as they were like redesigning them, they just redesigned them way too drastically different. So they're just like, ah, fuck it, it's just Bit and Bite now, and Doppler. We're gonna use these guys. I wouldn't be surprised if Bit and Bite were supposed to be from the X Hunters, just revamped, but again, they just tried to upgrade them too much and too drastically that they just didn't look the same. And I can see that happening. Design can be a wacky thing. I also try to put the armor down with the armor chips sometimes too. I missed though. Fought Bite quite a lot of times here. See, I figured they were, and or I figured that they were. They just got altered way too much. So Capcom decided to be like, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna change their names. They might be able to retcon and be like, yeah, they literally are the same robots. They just changed their name because they got new bodies. Spinning Blade is phenomenal. It's just that it's the number of revisits to levels. If I don't do Spinning Blade right away, it makes Beetle hard, and then I can go fight Bite at any time. When I get a Tiger. Catfish's weapon is pretty much only useful for getting the couple items, and yeah, getting those items. I guess it's useful for fighting against crawfish, but crawfish always just ends up late because the only use I really have for him is there we go. I just want to grab some. Most probably, yes. I do want to see something cool all the time. I always like trying to find weird utilities for all the weapons. It does too. That's interesting. I'm trying to think if that would actually block the shots from those mortar guys. Got decent range too. I'm like at the center. Yeah, I don't use it very often, so I can afford to just spam it for that shield for a minute. If I could get good at Hornet, I might be able to change the order of some of my routing, but I basically always have to come revisit Beetle and Rhino. I always do Rhino both first and last, because you need a bunch of stuff to be able to get him, to get those 2 items in him, and you get that fucking helmet. I fucking hate that helmet. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but that fucking helmet's awful. That's probably a what's it called? That's probably a good reason why yeah, no, I always remember this. I hate the helmet. I always leave it to last. It's something that I just always do, so I never really have to remember to go do that. What I do forget to do is sometimes actually even go to Vile's stage for some reason. That's another reason why I actually do it at Catfish all the time now, because it's hard to miss. Usually if I do Vile somewhere else, it's because I forgot to do it at Catfish. And it usually slows me down a lot. Again, I don't really care too much about speed running it, but I'm interested in seeing how fast I can go. I'm not interested in competitively speed running it with anyone except myself. Whoa, almost died. And what was that? Yeah, Wheelgator was pretty much just given it just to... Yeah, the only reason they did that was just... They just made a tank that was a gator. And they're just like, here, put Wheelgator in that. I don't know what to do with them. But... It totally should have been just like a full sewer. I mean, this has this short leave-less sewer. No, Wheelgator should have been all sewer. Instead, you're on some like military tank, base tank, and it didn't really. And then you just suddenly are fighting in a bunch of oil. And then it's got some thing in there that you need air dash for, but I never have air dash when I try that level the first time. I always forget where it is. Wait, I think you need wheel to get dash, don't you? Oh, I made the wall crawler jump things. I didn't notice a... No, I didn't hear a noise. I was like, I didn't notice a noise, did I? There we go. Yeah, I could never do that. I sucked at doing the wall climb with the chain. I have a strange affinity for wire sponge, though. I don't know why. I just like them. I bet it had something to do with the hookshot weapon. That was probably cool, even though I never used it, because I wasn't good at using it utilitarily, but... I don't know, I kind of really like Wire Sponge. He just seemed like a cool dude, I guess? Breath of the Wild and SpongeBob SquarePants for Wire Sponge. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, and that's a more pun. Ugh. Alright. Oops. Ice is probably my favorite weapon in this game. I think I burned through so many ice shots in a run. SpongeBob became a shitty show a long time ago. But it started really good. Yeah, I only really watched it when Blu-rays didn't exist still. That is a byproduct of the nuclear arms race. I always find that funny about SpongeBob. There's some streams going on. Whoa! That's the downfall of the double tap for dash. Sometimes you try to adjust yourself and you just BAM! Jump off. Worst place is on that stupid spike tower in Doppler, but I almost murdered myself though. That was rough. The main show that I keep seeing pop up on my, like, suggested on the homepage is Family Guy streams. I see tons of people streaming Family Guy episodes. 24 hours, stream all episodes of Family Guy. 24 hours, Family Guy, all episodes, all episodes, all episodes. Streaming, all episodes, streaming. Oh, wait, did I get that heart? I forget the heart sometimes. Oh, yeah, okay. I got 4. Most enemies don't matter if you get hit, you just punch a couple things with ice and there you go. Well, no, because they're probably too poor to go out and buy all the DVDs for all the episodes, so they're just like, well, I can watch 32 hours of Family Guy or SpongeBob or whatever right here, or I can keep switching DVDs in my DVD player, or go out and bother downloading the episodes myself, adding them to a playlist, making sure they all play right, making sure they got decent quality, or you just go on a stream that's playing them all. I can see exactly why they do it. It's kind of stupid, but I understand. Shit. I know a lot of people who just don't understand streaming games, but I love watching games, so I don't have to play them. Sometimes I like to see things that happen that I just can't do. I honestly don't know about most TV because I haven't had Cablevision hooked up. Well, I've had Cablevision in my house, but like I haven't used the Cablevision or had it hooked up to my TV since about 2001. Bloop. Yeah, I'm just getting too old, so all this new stuff is just too modern and super uncool to me. So I'm just like, whatever. Keep your newfangled whatnots. Too far. I can't hit him with the ice for there. But if I aim it right, I can double shot with the acid and that kills one. Did I only watch a very select thing? Yeah, I could totally see them just being like, we're gonna reuse this. And not like Capcom being like, no, we're just gonna reuse this asset. I can totally see like creators just being like, hey, we got all these spike balls. Let's make a giant flail robot out of it. I mean, the spike balls are kind of weird for why you'd have them anyways. But some of the things like this robot and the first robot, the Moa, I always think they're more like production line type of robots. Like there's probably hundreds of these robots. This Mr. Zero Runner is MegaMan X3 on Super NES. No, not this. It's just a regular old ROM of MegaMan X3. The only hacked ROMs that I have are for Super Metroid right now. I hate your stupid iframes when your helmet explodes. No, a lot of people haven't seen. A lot of people don't see that boss because the other boss is faster, technically, to beat, and a lot of people will speedrun this game. I consider it speed walking. I play this game really fast, but I don't do it competitively against anyone except myself. So there's certain things I do, like I always try to defeat the three extra bosses so that I have to fight the extra ones. Like this boss everyone's seen. But a lot of people probably haven't seen Vile in the Doppler stage because not very many people actually run Vile in the Doppler stage. I don't think so, at least. Actually, a bit Vile. Because Vile's a really long fight. It does cheese them crazy, but again, I like to go fast at least. I'm not gonna go submitting videos to the speed demo archives or anything, but I'm definitely gonna go fast as much as I can. Like I can remember as a kid having like under an hour times in Super Metroid in-game times. So I like to go fast and try to do things really fast and get around things, but there's certain things that I just cannot do, such as the mock ball. I cannot mock ball for the life of me. If you said, hey, I'm gonna kill you in 30 seconds, in like 10 days if you don't do the mock ball, I'll be like, you know what? Don't bother waiting. Just kill me now, because that mock ball's not happening. Well, I could do it if I was actually playing on a Super Nintendo. Because I have done quite a few times on Super NES, but using a non-SNES controller, like SNES official, non-third-party controller, I can't really play a lot of games. A lot of games are I play a lot worse than I used to. And there's a few things that you'll just straight up see the huge difference in my playstyle, such as Super Metroid. I'm a little nicer at Super Metroid with the actual controller. Actually use the weakness. I don't do that. I think ever, actually. I think I've used it, but only for the sake of using it. Buffalo's too stupid to actually require anything else. And he's usually first, because I always jump in that one. Oh, it's not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. His iframes will last way too long. And I'm terrible at timing the iframe. Nope, couldn't ghetto jump over him. Haha! Yeah, because it like interrupts his cycles, so you're just all thrown off. It's like fighting Catfish here, and in his actual level, he comes in on the level just slightly different, so your spacing through the whole fight is just vaguely off. Like in the actual level, there's no way I can just jump back and forth to side and time my drills properly. To just ignore him and just let him jump back and forth at me. In the Doppler stage though, I've done that a good number of times. Not a ton, but I've managed to do that a good number of times. Try to do it often, but I can never do it again. I'm very hyperbolic with a lot of things, though. By never, I mean extremely rare. No, I think I used it once accidentally, now that I think about it. Because I forgot completely what it did, but and it grabs people and explodes all bomby style. But I was like, oh. They should have made one item require the charge up for each boss. Fuck, I hate it when I miss because it fucks me up, that stupid splash. Because you kind of need the ice to get the thing from Seahorse. I mean, you don't really at all. Actually, you can't get up there. Yeah, you do need it. Yes, the backtracking might increase, but I could see finding some interesting routes to try to do things. Yeah, sometimes demand can't quite keep up with supply. Or supply can't quite keep up with demand. See, he comes in slightly different in the actual level that you cannot get that happening. That little back and forth that I started. Oh, hello, Guerrero, all sorts of stuff, 19619. It's been a long-ass time since I've seen Mystery Science Theater. Sometimes I think people just write their thoughts rather than write their ideas, and that gets kind of frustrating, especially for people like me, because I get really confused easily. Restaurant. Ooh. Ooh. Actually, probably just the Red Ruby. It's just a Chinese food place nearby me. It's probably my favorite place. Yeah, that's just an odd question to ask people. I mean, unless you have a lot of content involving pubic hairs, that's a really weird question to ask someone. But I usually go out to that, Ruby restaurant once a week. Red Ruby. The new Red Ruby. I forgot. They had it like, it didn't get rebought by anyone new. It's still the same owners, but they like renamed it the new Ruby, Red Ruby, and they just remodeled it, so they like changed the name as well. I guess maybe someone else had the name and they ended up losing the like little argument of like, yeah, we had it first. No, we had it first. No, Red Ruby, you guys had it second. You guys got to be the new Red Ruby. And then this little good old fight. One of the fights where I have to purposely try to see his various mechanics if I ever want to know what they were. I mean, Seahorse and Catfish are like stupid easy, like stupid dumb fights, but this one's just retarded. I have no idea what a salmon cat is. If it was invented any time after 2005 on TV, there's a 70% chance that I have no clue what it is. Unless they have a video game, then I might kind of remember them. Yeah, 2014, 100%. I would not remember what. I would not know what that is. As I said, I disconnected the Cablevision from my television, I physically disconnected the cable from my TV in 2001, and I've never gone back. And to this day, I do not regret ignoring Cablevision. I watch shows on YouTube, stream, go on Netflix, all that good stuff, but Cablevision, regular TV, fuck that shit. Totally fuck that shit. NBC and all those people, they can eat dicks. Oh yeah, I was gonna... TV is always getting ruined anyways. Oh, that's probably... Oh. Well, it was probably too heavy. It probably had too heavy... It probably had too bad of a ratio of heavy to power. Whereas the Kaiser Sigma might be like even heavier than, way heavier than Byte, but it's because it's got like 1 billion missile launchers and stuff on it. The Sigma's like, this one's really heavy, but it's also got 1,000 bullets. I think that's cool. We'll go with this body instead. Some of my favorite voice acting in video games. No, way too slow. Yeah, like Bite's head looks like it's Sigma's head. Just a little off. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the original design for whatnot, and then they're like, you know what? This Bite character that we have, he really sucks, and we don't want to give this body to Sigma anymore. Let's make Bite the Sigma this guy. Nope. I forgot. I filled my health. Whoa. Forgot about that. And the red and white, for some reason, has always been my favorite color scheme for all the Mega Mans. Hasn't always been my favorite weapons, but for some reason I really like red and white Mega Man. Though this is a very nice weapon. It's kind of bothersome sometimes, but the places where I use it, I find it extremely useful. It's easier to hit the top of his head with this, too. Otherwise you hit that damn shield and it keeps wasting time. I'm never quite sure if what his level is. I mean, what his health level is, where he starts doing the upper deck shield throw too. What challenge do I have? My personal challenge in this game is just to play it fast. That's it. There's nothing actually set or anything. This is just a game for fun. I figured it was around halfway. At the least amount of damage, I figured maybe a third, but I couldn't see a quarter. No, got his head with the saber when he was at the top. That's slightly impressive, I feel. Oh, look at that! That was one of my best Sigma fights. That's so much of this super shot left. Okay, let's turn off that though, because I don't want to use... This Sigma is kind of awkward, is what it is. Because that flying around thing will instant kill you, and that's fucking annoying. $133, 43, 85. I think that's my fastest recorded time, at least. Yeah, Bite was more complicated. I mean, I think it was Bite was actually mobile though. I mean, you see how fast he runs, he dashes across the room. Kaiser Sigma like casually floats around. That's kind of lame. That's uncool to me. It was super off. And there's one more MegaMan X3 run. Because I love MegaMan X3. One and two are awesome too, but X3 is my favorite. Just happened to be that way. Just the way fate works. X3 became my favorite. And I just play it like crazy. But that was a nice little stream. Got that done. I'm going to disappear now, probably for about half an hour. I just got my PlayStation stuff working. The only PlayStation game I've played so far is Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but I do have X, 5, and 6 ready to go. Well, 4, 5, and 6 ready to go. 6 is the one that I've played the least. Yeah, I can actually see a lot of that design too. And like mechanics, I remember him jumping up a lot on the sides, and oh, it doesn't do the teleport though, but oh well, I mean, if you just look, Blizzard Buffalo and Rhino are like the exact same thing. They just have like 1 or 2 extra moves that the other doesn't have, but they're basically the same. Dash across, do something. Dash across, do something. Dash across, do something. They're not very creative in the like designs and whatnot of all these enemies. They're creative in their way of repackaging them. The actual original design, they're all just still like Cutman and Magnet Man and shit. They haven't made any like real new bosses for a long time. There's a couple that are a little off, but yeah, I was kind of confused why I thought Bite was gonna be like one of those worst Mega Man. Out of all of them, I'd probably say X7 because I just did not like that. It was terrible to play. I just could not do it. It's just not. No, that's the worst one to me. I couldn't really say it. I couldn't really say if I couldn't really pick a worst out of the original Mega Man series because, like, 1 to 6 were just phenomenal games. There's a lot of repeating them, but the problem with Boba Fett is that he got a little too popular, and that helmet design is the main thing that identifies him, and that helmet design is not an uncommon design in actual helmets. The small viewing slit is actually a helmet designed to provide less space to get hit. So technically, Boba Fett's the ripoff of schmucks from the medieval ages. It's just Boba Fett got famous from Star Wars, so everyone calls it a ripoff. I mean, anyone who's in some sort of mechanical armor, who has the rounded helmet with the tiny face slit, Boba Fett. Don't care who it is, don't care what the design is, as long as they're mechanical, armory looking, and helmet, then no, they're just a Boba Fett ripoff. I love Boba Fett, but I'm not a huge supporter of everything's just a Boba Fett ripoff. Bit with his super speed and his piss power. Yeah, see, he kind of looks like a just slightly melted Sigma head. Except for the first bunch of times that I played this, I saw that God Kring me machine, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this thing? What the hell was that what? Huh? It just blew my mind, because I had no clue about actually killing Bit and Bite and killing Vile. I have not yet played X6, but I will be. Like I said, I will be playing all the X's. All the X's I definitely will be playing. Well, I'll be playing all the 1 to 6 X's. Those ones I definitely will play. 7 I probably won't stream. 8 I don't have the ability to stream yet, but I'm working on the PS2 stuff. But 7, 8 I probably won't stream. Sigma's first form, yeah, the way it completely defies physics. Good old Spider-Man. No, thanks me for playing. Yeah, this is the only times that I ever actually watched the credits. And these little tiny bits here. But I'm going to escape for now. I have to go eat something because I am starving. I'm feeling my gut eating itself right now. That's my trigger, is when my intestines the acids start eating the inside of my stomach, and I'm like, oh shit, that means that I need food. Yeah. But anyways, until next time, everyone, may peace favor your blades.